Welcome to how to make a thumbnail in Gimp, and this will usually be similar to how to make a thumbnail in Photoshop, because Gimp is a free version that looks like Photoshop. But let's carry on. So what you need to do to create a new 1080p thumbnail is just Control N. Well, select the program, Control N. And then when it says how big your image is going to be, how wide it is going to be 1920, okay? So, and the height is going to be 1080. And just press OK. Now when you have your screen and the window, you can do anything with it. You could for example, I'm right now going to make a somewhat just for you, but I'm not going to use this later on. But I'm going to, for example, I could have like say I'm going to release Bioshock soon, and let's see. Let's just say it this way, and then you see, let's just say this is too small. And what we do, go to the side, the size. Let's take, why not 120? Oh, that's big. And I want it centered in the screen somewhat. Let's just place it right there. And then if you come to the left side where you have this window, and there's a box here right below, just press this and you get a new layer. And it remembers the size of the actual tag. So what you do now is you can actually paint over everything, and you see it's not the same. But I'm not going to keep this, and I want this to be beneath. So what I like to do is usually like make something out of yeah, it's gonna, this looks ugly, but it's more or less a show. It's gonna be looking like that. So what I usually like to do is I'm going to turn this text to white, and then you just go in the text, go in text layer, and then what you do is just press white color. Then you can go back to the layer, and what I like to do is first of all go to mark and then nothing, press nothing. You could actually just press Shift Alt and A if you so like to do it. And then what I like to do is usually have the watermark watering tool, size it up in a fair bit, and then go on the edge and just smoothen out the sharp edges, so that it doesn't actually look so sharp, so it can blend into the background of anything else. But maybe I like to stretch it out a bit so I get a bit of a shadow. But yeah, how soft and how hard this is up to you. I'm just going to make it quick and fast for you. So, for example, I usually like to spend my time making this pretty, but let's just, for sake, I'm going to bring up some images that I have. Let's say stream apps. No, sorry. I need to go in my Steam folder, and then where is my user data? Maybe. Yeah, thumbnails. No, that's not it. No, sorry. But I need to locate your where you have your sorry, I'm getting brain fart again. Where you have your screenshots and all pictures that you get from in-game. Some way you can do it is just go into your profile, go into screenshots, and then this is how I use it, and manage screenshots. No, upload, and then you just go to show on disk, and you back up remote, and then you just go and browse until you can see some type of okay, this looks more different. But you could just do this, go, let's say, BioShock, show on disk. Alright. What you now do is just, because I have Windows 10, this works with any Windows actually. So what I do is say, let's just take this one for example. I want this part in my picture. Say, then you just right click on the picture and just take like copy it. So, but don't forget this. Don't exit photo out, and then this won't work. And then just press Control V, then a new layer, just a new layer, so that this is on a separate layer. So what you do now, roughly, carve out this place. So what you do now is just mark and then invert and then delete, and you can do whatever you like with this. And I won't actually go in and detailing and fix this up. And yeah, like say I could like move it here, BioShock, and then let's say I want more, and then say I want somewhat this in the background maybe. So copy this, go back here, control. This is gonna be in this picture, but don't worry. So just new layer. Let's just let's press a different layer, Control V, then new layer. Okay, no. Let's just a recommendation is pressing on a layer that has a full where the frames are at, so that you get all of this. You can just drag it down. For example, this way. Now, if I do not like this part, I could just cover it up with other pictures. So for example, I could now after you copied it onto the image, you can delete it, so it's no problem. And I want this thing covering down here. So what I do is just copy it, then just Control V and then a new layer. And if you can't actually right click anymore, just go down, press this button, and then I want to clip out this again. So being rough first is okay, because you might actually clip more than you desire to actually. So that you just mark, inverted, and delete. Now I can drag it. Can drag it down here. And then say, if you go here, we can just use the watermark on the text. and it will be blurred out. The people want to actually be able to recognize. And you can use this tool, but please use a smaller footprint or size of the pencil. Like that. They actually think it's part of the image instead of it being a text. This might actually be fun to have in. So I will leave it. This thing can also be... Oh, maybe not. I actually want it to be gone. So I have a different image I want to show you. This is a rough kind of image. Where is it? No. Here we have this one. Okay, just copy it. Go here and then go to picture that's in the frame. Ctrl V, and then new layer. Now I want rough it out. And then the same, just mark inverted. It's all otherwise just like I said, Control I. So now just delete, and you have the background. So you can always make this how fine you like on your own time. But since it's a recording and I can't actually spend too long explaining and doing it at the same time, so let's just make this a lot smaller with the scale tool. Here you don't really need to okay, fail, sorry, but don't forget to unmark when you scale, because you're only gonna scale the part as it is marked. Scale, and then you move it. Let's say I want it up here like this, and then I want to move it behind this one, and I say I want it to blend a bit more. I'm using the blend tool then, and increasing the size so I can blend the sides quite a while. And maybe I want to stretch it out a bit. Yeah. This way it looks a lot better. And if we want to, say, take this bit and then maybe make it a bit foggy here, just for adding the purpose of image. And a good thumbnail shouldn't be having any sharp edges, so taking care of sharp edges is good. And no round edges as well, like roundness. Having it a bit random is good. Otherwise, you should go for more or less orderly. If you're going for chaos or unorderly, you should more or less go and get it looking more or less rounded. For example, like this. Then the last part is going to help out a bit. So yeah, that happens sometimes. Just Control C and you can redo it. Or you could actually, when it's quite hard to reach, you could just crop it out with this tool here. This is a magic wand. What it does is, if you click on if we go to this image, so we can click on the entire screen, say one color, click it, this whitish, this part here. If you now press delete, you can see what deletes what, but we don't want that. So you can all do this. So yeah, but that's all for now. And don't forget to export it. Just saving it, we'll just save it as a Gimp file, nothing else. So you are going to have to export it. So export it as a PNG. Alright, and I'm going to use this as an image. So I will go. What should I name this? Yeah, I think Gimp. Game Tut. Yeah, Game Tot. Tutorial. Yeah, short for tutorial. And this is going to be yeah, exported. So now when I exported it, I know where I did also export it. So would I just go into my YouTube place? I store all my stuff here, and then wait, maybe, because every time I try to export something, it gets into this place. Yeah. So this is in documents. So what you need now is to just locate your file. So my documents. So let's open this. So yeah, there's our little thumbnail. Yeah, BioShock 2 Part 1. Yeah, right. So that's it. I hope you learned something. Here's the thumbs up button for me, and subscribe if you thought this was helpful. So I hope you have a nice day. Try to learn more, and bye.